Okay, one more time. Now I've actually muted myself. This will be better. Um, Getting pumped up to do some dev. Gonna play some music for my friend Kevin Cronin, who's an amazing person. Met him playing ball hockey. He's a Canadian composer of music, and he is just all around good guy, extremely good goalie at hockey. So let's get pumped up with his music and then get into development. So I had some various goals. One of the biggest things that I wanted to accomplish today was to get the very first uh, start for the player going. Let me see where this points me. I want it to point me towards the door. And what we're going to, still not pointing towards the door. What we're going to do is do kind of the classic thing where your character starts asleep and someone comes to wake them up. I think it's just a really fun classic video game kind of trope that I know I've grown up and loved and enjoyed. So I'm going to have a bear character start to scratch at this door. We're going to get some scratching sound effects going as well. And it's going to wake you up and tell you that you're late for the bear ritual, of which you are the star. And we'll be rearranging this territory as well, to have kind of more of a center area for this bear ritual. So first things first, we'll get a fresh bear over here. Just copy this guy. And we will um, look at its attack animation. I think that's the one we'll want to play. Attack 4 legs, let's see. That seems like it could be fairly convincing as someone trying to wake you up. Um, it's kind of more fun if they're partially visible through that window. So I'll move them a bit over here. I think this will actually be voiced by a female. Um, we have a friend of my wife's who might plan on helping us do some voices, and I think she'd be really fun for voicing this bear. Um, I'm gonna take away the player start for now actually because it's kind of getting in the way of seeing what I'm actually doing, but that's where it'll be. Yeah, I don't want its head inside the door, so rotate it a little bit. Wake up! Alright, let's see how that feels. Yeah, I think it's just more, it's a bit less realistic, but it's more fun if they're like really in the window. It does seem a bit aggressive though. I think, yeah, we'll start them off over here. Hello, little rabbits. And I'll have to test. I'm sure I can modify it just to make sure I can teleport out of here. Because if I can't teleport out of here, then teleport controls are not going to be very fun. And I think what I'll end up doing later on, I don't want to do it today, but is putting kind of a tutorial panel here just describing, in 2D, kind of the instructions for moving. Uh, so it kind of gives a tutorial for the player. So probably when the player very first starts, I should give them about 10 seconds, and I want them to voice a line saying something like, how was I asleep for so long? So let's go into our game mode. And this is the whole big section for level 1 stuff. Let's expand this out because we're going to be doing a lot more than just the toad invasion today. Alright, level 1 stuff. Why is it not letting me get this core? There we go. Slow today. Alright, so let's try and keep this in somewhat sequential order. So, add a custom event. I'm going to call this player waking up. And when the player wakes up, I want to script a few different behaviors. I want the bear to move to wake up the player after 10 seconds, but first I want the player to say some dialogue. So let's say play sound at location, and then we'll get the player pawn, and that's where we want to play the sound. Get world. Actually, I think we should play that sound 2D. Play sound 2D, because we want it to follow the player. We don't want it to move away from them. So for now, actually, yeah, I'll do it for real for now. It'll be more fun. It'll be it'll be kind of silly. So I'm gonna go into Audacity. Um, Let me get that up on the stream as well. You guys are not allowed to make fun of my voice, even though it's awful. But we're gonna record some dialogue just for placeholder for now. Test recording, test recording. Oh, let me share screen on Audacity so you can see what I'm doing. So, screen capture. There we go. Still new to XSplit, so. Alright, so this is Audacity. Does it? Yeah, it shows when I'm moving around it, so that's good. Test recording, test recording. So this is a very good free audio software program, so I'd highly recommend it. For Unreal, I have to export these as 16-bit WAV files, so that's what we'll end up doing. I probably could have just created a new track, but whatever. Oh, I wonder if you'll lose the... Alright, I don't want to lose that window for the stream, so... Alright, stick with the same one. So yeah, this character is going to start saying something like, oh man, how long was I asleep? Or something like that, like, This is where being tired is bad for recording dialogue. Whatever, let's just get into it. Oh man, how long was I asleep? I hope I didn't miss the bear ceremony. Oh man, how long was I asleep? I hope I didn't miss the bear ceremony. Bear ceremony sounds weird. Alright, one more time. What would he say? Oh, still waking up. I feel like I've been asleep for so long. Oh, still waking up. I feel like I've been asleep for so long. Alright, I like that one. Generic. Doesn't give away any of the story. So I'll export that track. Make a new folder in my desktop. Just call it like game recordings. Uh, waking up. Mix down, just do 2 stereo channels. Alright, seems reasonable. Don't know if I have a problem with that. At some points I'll have to read more about sounds, but for now, let's just say that's fine. Go into dialog, make a new folder, level 1, import that sound. Let me move Audacity out of the way so you can see what I'm doing, sorry. Can I minimize it? Oh, there we go. And here, import into my dialog folder, and go to that folder, and there we have our dialog. And so now, back on our script, we want to play that dialog. Up. And we want to add a delay. And on begin play after it goes through all that logic. That's where I think outside of this loop, we don't want it to begin play and automatically go into that. We want to have that logic somewhere else. This will be my first time doing this kind of organization for this kind of scripting. So let's see. I'm thinking attached to the level itself, because at begin play we don't always want it doing that. So let's open the level blueprint, and on that begin play, that's where it starts spawning rabbits. We'll have to clean up that code because we want the rabbits to spawn actually around the player and not all over the map. But we'll do that later. So here we'll say get game mode. Cast it to Steam VR game mode. And tell Steam VR game mode to player waking up. And that's on begin play of level 1. Let's just test that real quick. Oh, still waking up. I feel like I've been asleep for so long. Alright, and that's our dialogue playing, so that's great. I'm going to post this stream real quick on Reddit, see if we can get some viewers. Sorry for the quick delay, just trying to post the stream on a few VR channels. Alright, posted one. I'll post on game dev as well. Alright, let's get back to it now. Posted a few places. So we've got it where it's waking up. So the next thing we want it to do is to grab a certain bear. And we want this bear to be part of a collection of bears that we make. So I'm trying to think about how to manage this because at some point, like we want this bear to kind of walk over to here and to do an action of, um, playing its attack animation and then going, but doing that, and then we'll want bear one to do some other actions, but then later on, I want to do a circle full of bears, kind of around, kind of like a ritual. So I'm going to think for a second about how to structure this well. Well, first things first, I suppose I should be creating these as blueprint actors and not just meshes. So I don't think I've done that yet. They're not enemies, so I guess create a new category called non-player characters. And bear NPC. Okay, so we'll have those as blueprint actors. And I'll want kind of individual scripting for each of these. One thing I could potentially do is just tag them. Say this is bear 1. And then I could get all objects of class bear. And then I could take the output actors. This doesn't seem to be an efficient way to do it, but at least we know how to do this, so. Um, I'll have to look later what the difference is between playing dialogue and playing sound when it comes to Unreal Engine. Oh, I guess I don't have any dialogue. Maybe it's imported separately. So I guess I'll just say play audio. I'll just have it play my Battletoads sound. Alright, so let's see if that works. It'll take 4 seconds. Let's reduce it to 3. And this is Bear NPC. Yes, this tag 1. And let's see. Oh, still waking up. I feel like I've been asleep for so long. Huh, I didn't hear any dialogue, so. Oh, still waking up. I feel like I've been asleep for so long. That's gonna get real old. Okay, so it seems like my script didn't work to look for that tag. Instead of using this actor has tag node, Alright, so I want to go through all the bears. And yeah, I'd like to tag them just manually here from the editor. Like I could spawn them all at the beginning and then add them to an array and then reference from that array. And that probably would be cleaner and better, but I think then I'd have to like specify manually all these XY locations. Like I would prefer to just tag them. I think it would be faster. Component tags. Alright. So let's look at this anyway and just see like put this further out. One range. Alright, so this goes through all the things, looks at the tags, goes through all the tags, checks if one is equal to 1, and then plays the sound if so. And that's getting all bear NPC actors on player waking up. Oh, still waking up. I feel like I've been asleep for so long. Nothing. So I'm going to disable this audio for now, play it later. It's a delay. Let's see, when it gets to here, what tags it's finding. 1, 2, 3. Hmm. It's not hitting that for each loop. What is the error? Spawn actor, FPS 5 character, Steam VR player controller. I don't understand what this issue is. I think it's probably just that I don't have a player start. If I put one on there, then it's probably fine. So, why is it not back to what we were working on? Level 1 encounters, yeah. So these are not firing, and it's not identifying the tags of my bear. So this is in the game mode. Is it possible that there's just not enough? What's the... Alright, so first things first, let's just see how many bears it actually gets. Change that delay to 1 second. Alright, yeah, so it's got 1 bear. And then here, um, if I just wanted to go through all the tags and print them, let's see what it gives me. I think, yeah, I didn't hook that up. Alright, so we know we're getting 1 bear, so we don't need that print string anymore. supposed to go through the loop. Didn't hit it at all. This is probably 0. Alright, how many tags does the bear have? 0. Okay. So that's the issue. It's just not got a bear NPC tags. So this object is my bear NPC. There it shows having 0, even though I set it here from the... So it's possible it just doesn't like giving it from that point. Tags 2. And what if I edit its blueprints? For this particular one, tag 1. And let's make sure that actually works. First, see if there's a tag, still 0. If I look at it here, it's got it. If I edit it, it's there. So you can also components. So I'm gonna Google component tags Unreal not accessible from game mode. Actor tags returning 0. Found a tutorial called using gameplay tags. Paste that in the chat. That's what I'm going through now. Let's see if that gives us any help. UE4 has 2 tag systems, actor/component tag and gameplay tags. So what I'm going to try and do is open the blueprint of this guy, and on begin play, check his tag. So let's see on the object itself, when it begins, if it prints correctly the length of its tags. Nope, they're all 0. Going to double check to see if I need component tags. Okay, so when I do component tags, it works. So just going to see if there's a difference between tags and components tags. We found a post. I'm going to link it on the chat for anyone following along. So we've got what's the difference between tag and tag? Component tags and then tags. The first one is a component tag and the last one is an actor tag. The actor tag is used for the get all actors of the tag node. The component tag could be used to differentiate between two components of the same class. Hmm. So maybe I just need to be scrolling down. It seems like I don't want to use component tags. I probably want to use tags. So I want that at the actor level. I'm going to search tags not showing up on skeletal mesh actors, I guess. Just going to check real quick to see if I have like a static mesh here. Static mesh actor. That has component tags. Any one of my other actors. This is a blueprint actor, static mesh. So that has tags in the class actor, and its parent class is actor. This has a parent class of skeletal mesh actor, and there it has tags. It was hidden in the actor category. Okay. Aha. Right, so I want to delete this component tags. Add here. This is bear1. It'll have that tag. I want to go back to my bear blueprint and not do this. We don't care what its component tags are. Compile and save. I'm going to go back to my game mode and play play the waking up sound one more time. Give that a delay of 2. Get all actors of class bear NPC for those. We don't need to find this length anymore because we'll know it's longer. We don't need to print the tag. We just want to say actor has tag, and the tag is 1. Might change that to bear1, but I guess it's already filtered down to just bears, so that seems fine. If that's true, then play the sound at that location. Oh,
Battletoads, attack!
I feel like. Alright, so that's working now. So that's good. So let's record some placeholder dialogue for that bear. I also have to think of the name for the character. Well, it'll be placeholder for now, but record some bear dialogue, so I'm going to close this track, close that track, add new track. Hey, hurry up! You've got to wake up for the bear ritual. They're not going to wait for you forever. Hey, hurry up! You've got to wake up for the bear ritual. They're not going to wait for you forever. That's so cheesy. Well, whatever. It's placeholder. Bear1. Hey, wake up. Alright, and import that into our dialogue. Or audio. Where's that? Dialogue. Level 1. Import. Hey, wake up. And that's what we want our bear to say. Give it a delay of 4 seconds. And at some point, we might want to.
Oh, still
Hey, hurry
waking
up!
up.
You've got to wake
I
up for the
feel like
bear
I've been
ritual.
asleep
They're
for
not going to wait for you
so
forever.
long.
So I just want to test, as annoying as this is, if it's really playing at that location. Because right now it says it is, but I want to hear if it attenuates from very far away. Hey, hurry up! It's not attenuating for that pawn. Hmm. I'm gonna test that in VR as well. Hey, hurry up! You've got to wake up for the bear ritual. They're not gonna wait for you forever. Whoa, I don't know what's going on with my ping there, but anyway, or not ping, but draw calls. So I'm going to research why play sound at location might not be attenuating, I guess. So Unreal location not attenuating. Okay, so I need to give it attenuation settings. And that will help it to actually attenuate. Log level 1, bear 1 attenuation. Okay, let's test that real quick. We've got some attenuation. Hey, hurry up! You've got to... Perfect. And let's see the volume inside the thing. Hey, hurry up! You've got to wake up for the bear ritual. They're not going to wait for you forever. Very true. Very true. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll look for some sounds for scratching and get those in there. Okay, so we want bear 1. They can start there, and we want them to start scratching. So before they play that sound, we want to play a scratching sound. For now, I'll set it as fire, but we'll have to and then delay. Can scratch for about 5 seconds, and then play the next sound. He's burning your house down. Hey, hurry up! You've got to wake up for the bear ritual. They're not gonna wait for you forever.
Or I'm gonna burn your house down.
Alright. That's a bit hardcore. Yeah, so the next step here, I want to create a kind of ritual site with this anvil. And I want to make a pile of stones that the bears gather around. I think I'll have that overlooking the lake. Make this thing bigger. That's a bit too big. Hammer. Move it over here. So the player will have to take the hammer and they will have to bring it over to this anvil. Hey, hurry up! You've got to wake up! I want to make sure this isn't too big for a kid to do. So this actor needs collision. Ice anvil. Collision. Auto conducts collision. Save. And so the player will place
Hurry up! You've got to.
the the hammer on there, and that will cause someone to appear. So let's make this look more like a ritual site. We need kind of some rock rubble piles. Where's some good ritual rocks? Let's see. Could maybe do a circular thing of these. Let's disconnect that for now. Oh, I am a tired bear. What is going on? This craziness. Feel I'm missing something here because it's curving that way. There we go. I was able to get it to. Seems like it doesn't want to curve the opposite way though. But so this is a broader question, like, are these ground planks cool for an area surrounding a ritual? Or should it be something more like, I don't know, it doesn't really feel big enough. Yeah, I want to put the anvil here. Just move those for now. Out of the way. Yeah, actually, I don't want to start the player climbing stairs as their very first experience in VR because climbing often leads to dizziness, and I don't think it's really necessary for this scene to feel interesting. Okay, so you have to climb to there, but I want to surround this with some columns or something. So let's see. Look at these. Let's take a look at those. Hmm. Fire, earth. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, so the dragon can come to light the fire. And the final step is this anvil. So the player will be kind of told, they have to touch their hammer to the tree stump to connect them with nature. They have to touch it to the fire, and they have to touch it to the anvil as part of the ritual of their tribe. So does this asset look good enough? I think it's too large there. Yeah, I want them to actually be able to kind of look into it and see it's a tree stump. Okay. So the player will be scripted to do that. I want to get this fire lit. So let's go back to that map and look for that. Played ice hockey last night and I am exhausted. Did not sleep well. Could actually look into getting this particle system as well. I do love that kind of slow snow kind of effect. Can try a few of those. That seems nice. Testing in VR. My VR frames are really tanked right now. I think probably have to restart the editor or restart Steam VR. I'm not going to be able to accurately test that at all right now. If I test it out of VR, everything seems fine. So let's see if I make a super giant version of this. 5, 5, 5. Do I get a ton of snow? Or just bigger snow? So that one's normal. If I bring it closer, scaled up. Alright, well, something I can play with maybe later. I'm gonna hide them for now. Put this one back to 1 to test how they affect VR performance. Seems like something that would be fairly expensive, but we'll see. Alright, so I've got kind of the site for the ritual set up in terms of that, but I definitely feel like it kind of needs some like epic kind of arches or something. It's a little in your face. Kind of takes away from the natural beauty of the scene if I put too much stuff there. Doesn't feel like it's that dramatic though. Nope. looks pretty tempting. That's a cool one. Yeah, it's actually more fun if you really get to appreciate them standing up. I mean, this is meant to be a magical ceremony and all, so I'm just gonna stand them up. false one. One, two, need to get closer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy those. Paste. Rotate. What I should be doing is just copying from those others and rotating. That way I know I have equal spacing. So we've got a good spot for kind of a bear ritual. I kind of would like to set a marker here to show where the player is meant to stand. I'll have to think about what I want to use for that. Why am I sliding? I'm gonna do a lighting build to go AFK.